What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy, Marlon O Bennett, the original student of the game of internet marketing. Hey, guys, tonight in this video, I'm going to stray a little bit from the beaten path. I'm going to talk about something that I don't see people talking about hardly ever, guys. Okay? I don't see anybody hardly ever talking about this. I'm going to talk about it, and you guys will want to pay attention in this video, guys, okay? Because I don't know why people don't talk about this, but it's very important information, okay? It's very important, guys. We're going to be talking about the best solo ads, right? Buying solo ad traffic and knowing your numbers. And you can see, guys, there I go. The misspelling, right? Give me a second, guys. I got some hot chocolate I'm sipping on. Give me 1 minute. Guys, forget about this being misspelled, okay? Pay attention to this video. Because like I said, a lot of people do not talk about this, and I do not know why. Because when you start talking about solo ads, guys, and buying solo ad traffic, I'm going to tell you guys, nothing hypnotic about this, nothing mysterious about it. It's just a few numbers that you want to know about, guys, when you're talking about paid advertising and when you talk about solo ads, guys. So let's get it right into the video. Guys, in this video, I'm going to be talking about CPC, which is your cost per click, and I'm going to be talking about your cost per lead, okay? CPC, your cost per click, and your cost per lead. You're going to want to know these numbers, guys, if you're paying for advertising, okay? Because nobody wants to be throwing their money up against the wall, right? You don't want to just be throwing your money out there hoping something will stick. I don't care how inexpensive the solo ad is, right? Over time, as you start to understand these numbers, it's going to make scaling your business a lot easier. Just know that, okay? And just listen to what it is I'm telling you. When you know your cost per click, you can figure out your cost per lead, right? If and when you know your cost per click, you can figure out your cost per lead. Later on, when we get into the scaling aspect of your business, you know these numbers. It's going to be easier to scale, particularly when you have a solo ad provider that's giving you quality traffic. And you're getting a pretty good return on your investment as you go out here and you start to run solo ads, okay? So guys, to keep it really simple, right? This video is not going to be very long, but to keep it really simple, we're going to suppose, right, that you purchase a 50-click solo ad for $50, okay? For the illustration's sake of this video, let's suppose you purchase a 50-click solo ad for $50. That means your cost per click is $1, right? Because you're buying a 50-click solo ad and you're paying $50 for it. That means your cost per click is $1. Okay? Pay attention, guys, because I want you to really get this. Let's suppose out of that 50-click solo ad that you paid $50 for, you were able to generate 40 leads, okay? You see in parentheses right down here, guys, or right down here, that's pretty good, by the way, because if you paid $50 for a 50-click solo ad at $1 per click and you were able to generate 40 leads, that's a 40% opt-in rate. That's pretty good, guys, okay? But this is just for illustration's sake. But let's just say, again, you were able to generate 40 leads, right, from that solo ad. To figure out your cost per lead, what you need to do is divide the number of leads, right? That's 40 leads, right, that you got by the cost of the ad, which is $50, right? So you were able to generate 40 leads for $50, which is a 40% opt-in rate, by the way, and it cost you $50. You simply divide that 50, right? You divide the cost of the amount of leads by the cost of the ad. That's 40 divided by 50, right? 40 leads divided by $50, which makes the cost of your actual lead $1.25, right? If you do the math, guys, it's going to come out that way, okay? If you take the amount, I'm going to say that again. If you divide the number of leads you were able to generate, right, by the cost of the amount of the ad, what you paid, right? That's going to give you your cost per lead, right? Why is that important? Because, guys, when you can figure out these numbers over time, you can again, when you have a solo ad provider that's giving you great quality traffic. Now, let me say this before I even say that. Your opt-in rate, guys, it's a lot of variables, I should say. That's what it's gonna determine your opt-in rate. Okay, you got your capture page, right? Who knows, guys? And that's why we always talk about tweaking. But the amount of leads you're able to generate, good solo ad provider, great capture page, the better the conversion rate's going to be, particularly if the traffic is good. So we're assuming this based on a great capture page, simple to understand, great caption, cool call to action, great hooks. You know what I mean? You want to solve a problem, you're getting in front of your target audience. That capture page is going to be very important. So the variables that's where the tweaking comes in, because you're going to want to get out here and start testing. And when you start testing, you can see what's happening kind of, and then you can start tweaking. And that's why I did this as an illustration, because we don't know, okay? It's all trial and error, particularly in the beginning. You get a capture page that's working for you. You test it a few times. You see that it's working. You're getting a good return. Well, should I say you're getting a pretty good opt-in rate based on your capture page, because that's where it starts. And if you got a good solo ad provider, all these numbers are going to fall into place. Then you take the amount of leads that you were able to generate and you divide it by the actual cost of what the solo ad was, and that's going to give you how much you paid for each lead you got. And in this instance, with this example, it's $1.25 per lead. I don't know too many places that you can go online to get great quality traffic for too much less than $1 per lead, guys, okay? So you're going to be doing some testing. You're going to be doing some tweaking based on that testing. And this is how you're going to be able to know your numbers when you start buying solo ads, okay? Traffic, knowing your numbers, okay? Because when you know these numbers and you got a capture page that's performing for you, right? It's performing for you pretty good, okay? So now you can boost your opt-in rate, right? And if you can boost your opt-in rate, you can lower your cost per lead, right? You can lower your cost per lead. Over time, this is what you're going to be able to do. So guys, if you haven't implemented paid advertising in your marketing strategy up to this point, if you're considering paid advertising up to this point, particularly where solo ads are provided, are concerned, right? Get familiar with knowing your numbers, okay? Now, I got some tracking software that I use I can actually track the actual leads coming into my capture pages. I can see where they're coming from. I can track all that kind of stuff. You don't have to get all that fancy right now. But over time, don't just start buying solo ads, right? Don't, and I'm not talking about the free ad strategies now. I'm talking about paid ad strategies. We're talking about spending money, right? So you want to spend your money wisely, and you want to get the best possible, first of all, before we start talking about return on investment, right? Because we want to start building our list, okay? The only way you're going to be able to monetize that list, that return on your investment, is being able to get the best numbers that you possibly can. You guys hear me talking all the time about this being a numbers game. Getting traffic is not complicated, right? You can, you can get traffic from anywhere, right? I'd show you guys just a fraction of the places you can get traffic on how to get more traffic for your website. But you can get traffic from a lot of places. It depends on the type of traffic that you're trying to get. But I have to say this before I move forward, and I'm going to close the video out. If you have an autoresponder, guys, be careful with the kind of traffic that you buy. We're not talking about free traffic now, or free advertising, right? Because that's usually pretty good traffic, right? That free stuff we do, YouTube videos, posting in Facebook groups, Craigslist, that's not free. But I'm just saying, but when you're talking about paid, you got to be careful, because there's just a lot of places out here that will send you a lot of junk traffic. Junk traffic meaning technology is set up in such a way guys, that solo ad providers, some of them, they can even send what's known as bot traffic into your capture pages, right? Now, you might think you're getting a whole bunch of traffic for a little teeny bit of money. But if you remember, guys, you get what you pay for, right? Be careful. Be wary of somebody promising you a whole bunch of leads for a very cheap price. And you may wonder, you may say, it doesn't matter, but it does matter. Because if you start filling your autoresponder with that kind of junk traffic, right? And that's what I call it. And it's just any old kind of bot traffic. It can affect a lot of particularly when you talk about automated marketing system and sales funnels, guys. I want the best leads coming into my contact manager. Just put it that way, okay? You got to autorespond. I want the best. And I'm gonna talk about that in another video. So anyway, guys, again, if you're considering buying solo ad traffic, and at some point in time you will, just know your numbers. And I'm gonna go over this real quick one more time, right? CPC, cost per lead, right? Well, let me do it this way. Let me just do it this way, guys. Let me go over to my Udemy account real quick. I got this hooked up this way just so I could just pop right over here. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, guys, I just purchased a solo ad, right? Okay, now, I just purchased a solo ad. And the solo ad that I just purchased, right, so far, I've got 11 visitors to it, right? But I purchased 150 visitors, right? 150 clicks is what I purchased. So far, guys, it just started. I got 11 visitors, right? Right? My cost per click on this particular solo ad is 45 cents per click, okay? And based on the numbers I was telling you guys about, right? So when this solo ad is all done, guys, and I like the fact that this traffic is coming in really slow, and it is coming in slow, right? When I see traffic coming in too fast, a little red flag goes off sometime in my mind, because I've had a lot of bad experiences with people sending me junk traffic, right? So I look at the speed sometime that my vendor is sending my traffic to me, and that's, it's not always written in stone that it may not be junk traffic, but I've dealt with this guy before. I know it's not junk traffic, and so I'm pretty cool with it. The leads are coming in. I got 150 click solo ad here that I purchased. I got 11 visitors so far. So you guys, you understand these numbers, right? If you understand these numbers, I'm going back one, guy, because I'm gonna leave. Well, I'm on my own page. I'm on my actual home page. Let's can I get back to my page here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link right below in the YouTube video description area. And what you guys can do, you can click Udemy. If you've never run a solo ad before, guys, I'm going to leave the link for Udemy, which is where I was just at. So you guys can actually go there if you're interested in running solo ads. You can start with a budget for as little as about $45 per 100 clicks. Just depends. When you get inside the platform, go through the platform. I did a video on it a couple of days. I got a couple of videos up on YouTube inside of my playlist, but also I'm going to leave a link for my how to get more traffic to your website, because on that website I go into more detail about placing your ads on Udemy. But if you're looking for some great solo ad traffic, you can find it on Udemy, but make sure you do your homework. You know, don't get too caught up, you know what I mean, and get too anal about it, but make sure you go through there, look at the vendors. And once you decide on one and you run your first solo ad, start watching those numbers. Make sure you see what your cost per click is. And when you start generating those leads, when that solo ad is all said and done, you can figure out what your cost per lead is based on the illustration that I just showed you guys in this example, okay? Anyway, guys, I got a few other things I got to do, so I'm not going to be doing any more videos tonight. I'm going to kind of be chilling. But I appreciate you guys being on the video. Bookmark this page, guys. This is something that a lot of people I don't remember very few people ever telling me about these numbers. And you may be saying to yourself, it doesn't matter. But it does matter, guys. Anytime you're spending money, it matters, right? And we want to be working smart, and we want to be thrifty, right? We want to be using our advertising dollars when it comes to paid advertising, right? To the best, you know, we want to be getting the most out of our advertising dollars, and by knowing those numbers, you can do that, okay? Anyway, guys, I appreciate you being on the video. As always, this is your boy, Marlon O Bennett, wishing you guys wisdom, peace, prosperity, and to living a dynamic digital internet lifestyle without limits. You'll find all the pertinent links of everything I just talked about in the YouTube video description area. For you guys who are getting this and you're on my list, just click the continue button, guys, and we'll take you over to Udimi, guys, and you can get started with placing your very first solo ad if you never had. Okay, thanks so much for being on the video, guys. Keep banging.